Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Mano 777, and we're back inside of Destiny here with your weekly reset video for Tuesday, November 8th, 2016. We're going to be covering everything that you need to know about endgame content in Destiny. So if you like something in this video, a positive rating is greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button for more Destiny content, and feel free to leave a comment down below. And with that, guys, let's get started. First off, we are in the Nightfall this week, which is the Moloch Strike. We are here on the moon. The modifiers this week are Epic, where heavily shielded and highly aggressive enemies appear in greater numbers. Berserk, where minions of the darkness won't flinch even after massive damage. Small arms, primary weapon damage is favored. Fresh troops, some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements. And match game, where enemy shields are resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. So that is the Nightfall for this week. Basically, just have your favorite scout rifle probably on. That's probably what I'm going to end up using. I'll probably end up using some kind of a scout rifle with Firefly and maybe explosive rounds. And I think that will do wonders. Make sure you have a bunch of different swords on, so in case you are in close range combat, you can just knock people out, and then you can make sure that their shields are knocked out, and that'll take care of the Nightfall. So let's go ahead and go out to orbit and see what else there is to do this week. Alright, guys, so taking a look at the raid for this week, we have the Aksis Challenge mode. No one knows what that quite is yet. As soon as I know, I will make sure to post a video covering that. Last week we have the Aksis Challenge mode, so we're going to be taking a look at that a little bit later on. That is the raid. Let's take a look at the rest of the director to see what else is going on. We've got in the Siva Crisis Heroic playlist, we've got Solar Burn Specialist and Juggler. That will net you legendary marks, as well as a Radiant Treasure package. Just bring your favorite solar weapons along. I'm going to be bringing my Raised Lighter and possibly my Black Spindle, and that's going to make that go pretty well, pretty easily. Invective would also be another great choice, especially with Juggler on. You can get a little bit more ammunition for your Invective there, and it would work pretty well for that. So that's the Siva Crisis Heroic playlist. Today's daily heroic story is Find Rasputin's Bunker, defended against the Hive attack. We have Supremacy for the daily competitive multiplayer, and this week for the weekly Crucible, we have let's take a look at it. We have Freelance 6v6, and we have Mayhem Rumble. So I'm definitely gonna be taking a look at Mayhem Rumble. But guys, the most important thing is that Iron Banner is going to be coming, and that's going to replace this spot here in just a little bit. So that is what you're gonna need to know about that. Let's take a look at the Reef and cover the Challenge of the Elders in case you're interested in that. This week we have Airborne Berserk and Super Kill bonus. The boss is for the Challenge of the Elders in case if you want to do that. It will still net you some current light level gear. Round 1 is the Wretched Knight with the add-ons of Hive. Round 2 is Kexis the Betrayed with the add-ons of Fallen. Round 3 is the Overmind Minotaur with the add-ons of Vex, so only one taken version there. Of course, you can do the level 41 arena to get a Sterling Treasure package if you're interested, and that will give you one if you do the Prison of the Elders, and then that is random. Okay, we've flown into Earth to see if anything else is going on. You can see that the Festival of the Lost has cleared itself out. We no longer have the Festival of the Lost going on. So hopefully you got the shaders and the emblems and everything you can get there. Let's take a look at Lord Shaxx and see what he has for our weekly Crucible bounty. This week we have exercised your skills in the control match type, which is perfect because we are going to be having Iron Banner control, which is amazing. So we're going to take that. That'll be a nice way for us to boost our characters, get a weapon or a piece of gear. And guys, let's go over to the Iron Temple and see what we have there. Alright guys, we are at Fellwinter Peak. Let's take a look at the different artifacts that Tyra has for us this week, as well as the Shiro 4 bounties in case if you are running those. Let's take a look at the artifacts first off. First of all, we're going to go ahead and accept that quest. First up, we have the Memory of Fellwinter, which you'll lose your super, but gain one extra grenade and melee charge and small boosts to all stats. Orbs grant melee and grenade energy. This is interesting because this has a little bit intellect built into it, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because you lose your super. So what's the point of having intellect on there? Just like all the memory of Fellwinters, it's boosted discipline and strength to a very significant light level. I'm not sure what the point of having intellect on there is, but that's definitely an interesting roll. Next up, we have the Memory of Scory with a strength roll of 103. That is not very good at all. There was a much better Scory roll a little while ago, so that's definitely one I would skip if you've already got a Memory of Scory. Then you've got a Memory of Perun with discipline of 77 and strength of 77. Enemy guardians with full 70 supers, and all enemies with low health are highlighted. So with that, I would probably pick that up. This is interesting because I just want to pick this up to see what it's like. And figure out what's going on with the intellect there, because if you lose your super, there's really no point in having intellect. It's just taking away from the discipline and the strength. You're just going to want to maximize those two, but it's interesting that that is there. So anyway, that is what Tyra has. Okay, we're gonna go take a look down here and see what he has in store for us. So we have complete public events in the Plaguelands, which is very doable. We have kill fallen majors and ultras, definitely gonna pick that up. Complete dragon encounters in the Archon's Forge, as well as complete servitor encounters in the Archon's Forge. So that is Shiro 4 for us this week. Guys, a couple of things to note. You can see that I am over here. Right now, we can see that Ephrodite is not here. The Iron Banner is not here. We're going to stand on this thing. Not here just yet, but that will be coming today at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. However, before the Iron Banner drops, there is going to be a patch that is going to cover a bunch of things. That's going to drop about a half hour before Iron Banner drops. So I'm going to be bringing you a bunch of information on that. They haven't told us exactly what's going to be in that. They say that there's going to be some basically quality of life experiences, some silver dust things, basically ornaments. Say for example, if you get something like a spliced cosmoclast helm, you can see that right now there's silver dust cost involved with that, including a perfected ornament. Apparently that is going to negate some of the silver dust cost. So just a couple of things there, as well as there's a possible buff to primary weapons coming. We do not know anything about that yet. We know that through some tweets that they were talking about that, but everything you need to know about Iron Banner, you can click on this link. I've already made a video covering all the roles for all the gear that you want, as well as all the information you need to know about Iron Banner, guys. So with that brings us to the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time in the universe of Destiny.